Hi and welcome to Dave's Classic Collectibles. Today we're going to have a look at the 143 range, which is coming out via the newsagents or by subscription. It's the Australian model car collection, and we're going to look at issue 1 to 4 today. What you get with this model collection depends on where you pick it up from, if you get it from your newsagent or if you get it from a subscription. On the right here is how it comes from your newsagent, and this is how it comes with your subscription. As you can see, the one from the newsagent comes in its own individual plastic sleeve. With the subscription, you get some bonus goodies at different stages, and you can see there are different gifts throughout the subscription, including the first one, which is your binder for all your magazines. The second gift is the VK police car, and so on. The subscription will cost you a little bit more, but it is delivered, and we will go into that a little bit more later. Here's the first 4 issues that have been released in the Australian Cars The Collection series of 60 cars that are going to be manufactured. The first one is the HK 327 GTS Monaro. Second one is the Valiant Chrysler E49 Charger. Third one is the Ford Falcon XC Cobra, and the fourth issue is the EH Special Sedan. Now each one of these models comes with its glossy colour magazine, as you can see here, 16 pages. The quality of the magazine is great, pictures are fantastic, paper's quite thick, it smells and feels like the old school magazines that we all used to adore. So they've done a great job on these. They're manufactured by Exo Models. They're made in Bangladesh. Now these cars, apart from the first one, which was the HK, it came out, it was 4 weeks later until the E49 came out, but they're released every 2 weeks. So how that works is that every second Thursday at your newsagent, there is a new model coming. And if you have the subscription, you get 2 cars every 4 weeks. Diving into these Australian model cars, all made by Exo, all the build quality will be the same because it's made by the same manufacturer. So we'll just highlight some positives and negatives about these models as we go through each video. Firstly, you can see the HK is missing the driver's side mirror. I'm not sure if that's a mistake in my mold or if that all the models are like that. But I guess what do you expect with the first issue being $6.95. Overall, the paint quality on all the 4 cars is pretty good. On the Cobra, the blue stripes are not decals, they're painted on. And some of them I have seen some smudging on the blue, but this one looks pretty good. Also, the stripes on the HK and also on the E49 also look very even and very period correct for the model. There's no paint swirling or any sort of paint imperfections that I can see on these models, and I'd like to say that they're pretty consistent throughout all the 4 cars, especially for the price that you pay for these models. Overall, these models appear very accurate for what we would have seen in the 60s and 70s on the road. Attention to detail is quite good, and particularly for what you actually pay for these models. So in that car, they're very, very good. They all have rubber tyres, and the XC has its nice globe wheels, etc. Some of them even have red walls on them, which they would have had periodically back in the day. All these models are sealed, all have clear windows so you can actually see the interior. The interior is quite good, once again, for value for money. Some of the pieces are individual, like the wipers and that have been put on. They're not in the mold, they've been put on later. Decals are generally painted more than just stuck on with decals. Chrome finishes on the EH is great. The silver on the Cobra is a bit ordinary because it should be chrome, where the exhaust etc. is, and also the window surrounds are silver. The HK doesn't have colour indicators below the front bar, it's just sealed in as part of the mould, and also the petrol cap is part of it. The Cobra, not being an option 97, is closer to what we would have seen with only 30 of the option 97s being made, which was the Bathurst edition, which has the reverse scoop normally on the bonnet, and most times when you see a model they usually use that car. Obviously it's the most wanted, but these ones you definitely see more of them, considering there's 370 of this version made against 30 of the option 97. So that's nice to see. As far as price is concerned, the first release, the HK, was an introduction release of $6.95. followed by issue 2, which was the E49 at $14.95. The XC Cobra is $25, following also with the EH, which is also $25, and all further releases are $25. So you do get very good value for money for these cars, considering even an XC Cobra back in its time when it was released by Bianchi would have started at $89.95, never alone what they're worth around $150 today. So for $25, very, very good value for money. As far as build numbers go, these cars do not come with a COA, so therefore they're an unlimited number. All 4 issues that you can see here are already now sold out, but there are some strong rumours going around that IXO is going to actually re-release these cars. Whether or not this happens or not, and also if it's going to be the same price, who knows. As you can see, these models are great value. And already, if you look on eBay, these models are already fetching way more than the price that they were already released at. That's it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed our look at volume 1 to 4 of the Australian model car collection that comes to the newsagent or via subscription. The big question is going to be, what will this do to the 143 market? Previous ones have done these sorts of things with newsagents and Shell service stations and etc. with the Formula One, for instance. They did do a bit of damage to the 143. What do you think it will do to the 143 market? Leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed today's episode, please give us a thumbs up or subscribe to the channel. That would be fantastic. Until next time, happy collecting.